like I mentioned earlier, I'm very glad that I was able to learn a little bit of Navajo. The mission president kind of taught us a little bit, kind of mentioned some in zone conferences, but almost all that I learned was just from interactions, just from being out in the area. So to say hello or to greet people, you'd say yat e. There's variations of these words and things like that. So yata hey, yat e, but yeah, yat e. And then to say how you're doing, you'd say hadish banana. So even now, I can catch myself saying "Yat e hadish banana" to fellow returned missionaries from the New Mexico Farmington Mission, and we know what we're talking about. Like, hey, how's it going? You know, "Yat e hadish banana." Yes and no are kind of fun words. So yes is "oh." Hey, are you preachers? Oh, we're from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So that's a very easy one. Just like when you write it, it's A-O-O, so it's like, oh. No is Doda. I didn't use no very much. So like Yat E, Hadish Banana, and O were very, very common. The Navajo do have a word for LDS missionaries, Gamali. So sometimes if you hear the word Gamali, that refers to you, the missionaries. I think the literal translation is those who mumble about God, things like that. Maybe back in the day when missionaries first came down there, the Navajo people didn't understand English as much. Maybe they're mumbling, like, oh, there's people mumbling about, the Great Spirit or something. I don't know, but yeah, Gamali is LDS missionaries. Let's see. Oh yeah, a term of respect for an older woman is Shema. That means mother, my mother. Shema, my mother. Shiche is my father. But the Navajo people are definitely a matriarchal kind of people. So especially if you give good respect, Yat e Shema, they definitely appreciate that for the older women, the mothers and the grandmothers of the families, as well. Also, to say goodbye, you'd say Hagone. So Hagone, have a nice day, whatever. They also have a word for like ending a conversation as well, like a word that's like, it is finished, like politely, like, okay, thank you for the conversation. Let's say Hagoshe. It's kind of like Hagone, but it's Hagoshe. Like, it is finished, we're wrapping up our conversation, kind of polite kind of thing. So that was an interesting word. I kind of like that word as well. One of my favorite Navajo words is for thank you. It's ahihet. Literally, I feel like it is a mix between like a cough and a laugh kind of thing. Ahihet. But that is a word. My friends make fun of me for when I say that and stuff like that. Yeah, that's my favorite. They have a lot of words naturally for like animals, like debe for sheep, or clean for horse, or tlechai for dog, jatso for jackrabbit, things like that. Shush for bear. Wait, no. Shush yaz for little bear. Yeah, yaz is small, little, and shush is bear. So learning some Navajo words can be fun. I've written all the Navajo words that I know in the end of Chapter 7 of Preach My Gospel, my copy of Preach My Gospel. Chapter 7 is learning a new language. So I never really used it on my mission because I was English speaking. But I still, like in the notes section, I wrote down all the Navajo words I learned so that I can look at them and just, kind of refresh my memory a little bit. I don't think I'd really ever use them again outside of interacting with Navajo people. But they definitely appreciate you saying some of those words and just kind of learning a few words here and there.